Have you ever stepped on the gas pedal and felt absolutely nothing? Or maybe your car starts surging and stalling at red lights like it is possessed? If you plug in your scanner and see a code P2132, your car is telling you that the throttle position sensor, or TPIS, circuit FF is sending a voltage signal that is way too low. In many vehicles, the computer expects to see a specific baseline voltage, often between 0.7 to 0.20 volts. And if the signal drops below that threshold, it triggers this code and might put your car into a limp mode where you have almost no acceleration. This sensor is basically a fancy potentiometer that tells the engine computer exactly how far you have pushed the pedal down, so when the signal goes dark or stays too low, the computer has no idea how much air and fuel to mix. One of the most common reasons for this is a simple loose connection, or a sensor, that was not mounted securely. If you recently replaced your TPIS, you might have skipped the adjustment step, because some of these sensors need to be perfectly aligned or calibrated to sit at the right base voltage when your foot is off the pedal. You also need to look for an open circuit or a short to ground in the wiring harness that might be pulling the voltage down. If you have lost your 5-volt reference voltage coming from the powertrain control module, the sensor cannot do its job at all. To fix this, I recommend you start by giving the wiring connector a really good look to make sure there are no broken tabs or frayed wires. Use your repair manual to find the exact voltage specs for your specific make and model. If the voltage is too low, you are likely looking at a faulty sensor or a wiring issue. If everything looks okay but the code is still there, it might be an intermittent problem, so try wiggling the wiring harness while the engine is idling to see if the idle changes. Sometimes these problems only show up when the wires rub against a metal bracket or vibrate while you are driving down the road. If you find that the sensor itself is the culprit, just make sure you follow the installation instructions to the letter, because even being off by a tiny fraction of an inch can cause the voltage to be outside the range the computer wants to see.